Hi, this is Ben from MetricFire, and today we're going to install the Telegraf agent to send system metrics to our hosted Graphite backend. And we'll also configure a couple of useful input plugins to collect some additional data for us as well. To get started, you can just follow our docs to download the latest version of Telegraf onto your server. And Telegraf is great because it's widely compatible with most operating systems, and for this example, I'll be installing it in one of our servers, which is a Linux system running Ubuntu version 20. In a Linux environment, Telegraf generally installs at the file path etc/telegraf. So just navigate there and open the telegraf.conf file in a Vim shell or any text editor. Since Telegraf is built on InfluxDB, it's automatically configured to send to an InfluxDB backend, but we're actually going to configure this to send metrics to a hosted Graphite account instead. So first, you want to locate the output.influxdb line and comment it out. Then you'll locate the output.graphite line and comment it in, and update the servers line with our hosted Carbon endpoint, which is just carbon.hostedgraphite.com at port 2003. And then update the prefix line with the hosted Graphite API key that's provided in your account. I'm also going to append .telegraf to this, which will add a prefix to these metrics, making them easy to search for later. Now I'll just save the file and restart Telegraf, so it'll start collecting server metrics like CPU, memory, disk, load, and it'll send them to our Carbon endpoint. And another way of refreshing Telegraf is to run the telegraf config command, which essentially just starts Telegraf like a server. And this is useful because it lists the host name, flush interval, any plugins that are configured, and it's helpful for debugging errors because if anything in the conf file is configured incorrectly, it'll tell you in the output. So metrics should now be flowing, and as the data travels through our layers of ingestion, they are timestamped and aggregated at several different resolutions. After about a minute or so, they will appear in the account, and you can visualize them in our hosted Grafana on a convenient Telegraf dashboard that we can provide for you. And if you're interested, we also have a detailed video on how to build custom Grafana dashboards, and it's linked below in the description. Alright, so one of the coolest features that Telegraf offers is its long list of input plugins. They've built configurable plugins for all sorts of tools that you might use in your tech stack. They're all pretty straightforward to configure and well documented, and they'll send data to a number of different outputs, such as Graphite. The net plugin is easy to enable, and it collects basic network statistics. So just search the conf file for inputs.net, uncomment the bracketed line, save, and restart Telegraf to begin sending some network metrics. Procstat is another useful plugin that's easy to set up. Just search for inputs.procstat. This plugin collects data on any running processes that you define. You just uncomment the bracketed procstat line and define a pattern. This will be the name of a process as it's listed in the server. You could run a command like top to see a list of running processes. I'm actually going to get some Redis metrics too while I'm at it. Alright, I'll save and restart Telegraf by running the config command. You can see that the net and procstat plugins are both enabled now. So once these metrics are sent and ingested, you'll be able to see them in the metric search UI. And these are the metric patterns that you'll query for in hosted Grafana, like this. And if I navigate back to my Telegraf dashboard, I can see the network metrics being rendered on the graphs now. So as you can see, the Telegraf agent is a quick and easy way to send metrics to our hosted Graphite backend and visualize them in our hosted Grafana. Of course, we also offer other features such as alerting, and we have direct integrations with other popular technologies like AWS, Azure, and Heroku, to name a few. So we encourage you to start a free trial account with MetricFire so you can try out these steps for yourself. There's a link to get started in the description, and you can always reach out to support@metricfire.com if you need some help. So thanks for watching, and happy monitoring.